Hey, we're live. It's a miracle. Oh, dear God. Are we doing all the social medias?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. Hold on. I was on here to do that, and then I forgot.
And just share the link to the live
How?
mouse.
Do this stuff with this stuff and show me how to do the stuff with the stuff.
So we're going to see the little arrow button. That means share.
Wait. Okay.
See that little forward arrow right there?
Yeah, okay.
So we're just going to share.
Share to Twitter. Okay.
Pardon us for a moment, everyone, while we schedule away our live streaming information. That's done.
About Facebook? Sure. Why not? Let's just do all this stuff with the stuff.
I'm in my Facebook at the moment.
I got nothing.
So they may hear us. We're in mine. Bring the mic closer, if you please.
Oh, right. Might be a good idea. Because I'm totally with it and I know exactly what I'm doing. We are professionals here. We got it.
Scheisse.
I don't think we have my...
There we go.
Do we? What? Yes,
What?
no? I don't know.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I have to sign in. Thank God we're not screen sharing.
Right.
You have 11 notifications.
I do.
Yes.
I have hardly been on Facebook lately.
Okay. The Facebook. We're not doing any emails, Reddits, or...
Oh, right. I was supposed to make a Reddit account. Right. I forgot about that.
Damn.
Totally forgot.
Okay. Can I large screen this now?
Sure.
Okay. Because it's all shared to the social. We're live.
Hello to whoever is out there.
Bonjour. Comment ça va? Comment vas-tu?
You can say hi.
Sorry. Too many? Too much?
Only.
Working on cars is exhausting.
Okay, so today we're talking about phrases that are BS and we need to stop using. I don't think they'll care, will they?
No.
I mean,
I'm being silly.
we're such a small channel, I don't think anyone would even notice, really. So.
Yeah. I need to stop.
What?
I need to stop.
I'm not in the football thing, so I really don't know what you're talking about.
It's like National Saints anthem music.
I thought it was the Saints.
There are many.
Come marching home, that one. That always makes me cry. Because Katrina.
There's many Saints anthems, like Who Dat?
That's true. That's just a New Orleans thing now, isn't it?
Spawned from the Saints.
Oh.
Who Dat saying they're gonna beat them Saints? Who Dat? Who Dat?
I just never put the two together because I'm not into football, so. So I don't know. I know nothing.
I'm on a weird association trip in my brain right now.
That happens.
Yes. Hello, we have another viewer.
Oh my goodness. Say hi.
Okay, what's today's topic?
I just said phrases that are BS that we need to stop using. For example, God, there's so many. There's a new one I can add to that list.
Oh, dear God. Let's start at the beginning. What's the first one that comes to mind?
Why doesn't she just leave?
Because she physically can't, financially cannot. Many, many reasons as to why she doesn't just leave. But why are we throwing the blame on the victim and not on the assailant? Abuser, whatever you want to call them.
I usually just say offender because, I mean, that's what they are. Okay, if I can do this without knocking everything off the desk, that would be great.
Is that my earphone that I was missing?
Yes, and also...
Looking for
These
chopsticks that need to be washed.
Yeah, you can go to the kitchen.
Okay.
Or let's see, crime of passion. That's some BS right there. Spontaneous red mist.
What?
I've heard the red mist part before.
What's spontaneous? I'm not catching.
When a person gets like overwhelmed with anger and they just,
Seeing red.
Yeah.
That's something
Seeing
I
red.
know.
Right.
There was a song about that. I know that one.
I mean, I've kind of been there before, but that's usually used in relation to domestic violence. So,
Okay.
or why didn't she just go to the police straight away? Why did you wait so long? That's another one.
Why are we blaming the victim?
Again. Let's see. The newest one was Graveyard Love.
Explain the meaning.
On the Orleans Parish Coroner's Office website, there is, I don't even know what it is. It's a piece of useless trash. And the title of it is Graveyard Love.
Okay.
Staying in a domestic violence situation can be deadly. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's actually a thing.
It's on the coroner's website?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I'm on my weird brain association thing right now. Coroner's office, graveyard love, and then I'm immediately thinking necrophilia. Just from reading that title.
I mean, if you want to get technical about it, that's, No, they mean they were talking about domestic violence in such a flippant way. You didn't see that stream? I did a live stream about it.
I was working. I told you this. I was driving and having to pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
And dealing with customers.
That made me pretty angry when I read that.
NOPD has problems.
I don't think the coroner's office is part of NOPD.
They work with the PSO as well.
Huh?
They work with the PSO as well?
Yeah. Well, they're separate departments. They're separate offices. Separate things.
Okay.
Like, they all work together, but, excuse you.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think phrases like that we need to stop using. Like crime of passion. But usually people think of, a significant other walking in on their SO cheating and then kills both of the people. Yeah. When the better thing to do would be turn around and walk out. Come back later, get your things.
Grab the keys that you just used to drive home and drive the fuck away.
Watch. We're trying not to cuss.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. I've been working. I've been up since 7:30-ish, and then a couple hours ago got done working on the car. My body is tired, and my brain is like, we don't like this. Filter off. Tired baby.
Laughing baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering.
I don't like the term that they use. But you just told me this new term, graveyard love.
I don't like it either.
Because
at all.
It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not.
It's disrespectful.
Yes, absolutely. It's not accurate in the way it's describing it, because it's not like it was a dead love from the beginning. It was, he probably tricked her into thinking he was this kind of person when he was really this kind of person. I don't.
Well, I mean, it's just making light of a really serious situation, and that's just completely inappropriate.
Was the right to a man? Probably.
Inappropriate phrases. Let's see what a Google search of that shows.
There were 2 P's. Oh, you used 2 P's. Oh, there's an I. Oh, you forgot.
I mean, dyslexic over here.
I wouldn't have spelled that correctly anyway. 100, 500. Oh, well, I went from 12 to 100 to 500.
Wow.
In relation to what?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm curious. I think that's not what.
You have to be specific about what you're searching for.
I guess.
Towards women?
I got it.
Okay.
You want to look and see? So, I mean, to me, the whole graveyard love thing.
Bullshit term.
That is so dismissive.
Hey, there we go.
Calm down. Oh God, I hear that and I want to choke a bitch.
Okay,
I'm not supposed to be cussing, but I'm not supposed to be cussing.
Good old.
Oh man.
Okay, let's do this. I will read you the line and then you give me your reaction.
Okay, this ought to be interesting.
Be forewarned.
Hold on, I have to.
She must first prepare.
If I take a sip of this and you say a line that ticks me off, then things might get real interesting real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I might have to clean off the desk before we proceed.
Shuttlecock.
What?
Shuttlecock.
I don't even know what.
It's when the ball for badminton.
Okay, I have no idea.
Sorry, I was just trying to trip you up there. Okay. Man up.
No. I'd rather not. That's not a thing. No. Just no.
Do you want me to use these in a phrase?
No, just say that.
Okay.
No, you don't have to do that.
Something, something, something like a girl.
Good. Girls are pretty friggin' awesome. So are women. Okay.
You look tired.
I am tired. I'm very tired. I woke up before you did. And I cleaned. And I researched.
That's one of the lines. There's hers right there.
Wait.
That was one of the lines.
Are you kidding me?
No. Right here.
Most women are friggin' tired because most women are working the equivalent of 10 fucking jobs.
I've done it.
Foobar.
I've done it. I've foobarred. I foobarred.
We're going to have to get a cuss jar or something. I don't know. What?
You should smile more.
Oh, the words that are running through my mind right now. So Marcus and I are at a stadium. We're there to see my oldest sing the national anthem.
God. I remember this.
I think you were ahead of me or behind me or something. I don't remember. But the one of the security people, as they're checking us, to make sure we don't have weapons, which they're friggin' lucky I didn't have a weapon. This dude's standing right here and he's yelling at me to smile. You need to smile. You should smile. And I'm thinking, man, you got a chicken neck. Like, you need to shut up. Did you see any of that when that happened?
Nope. That was back when I was unaware.
That was
years ago.
So irritated. I can't even, because it doesn't help that there are all these people around. I have social anxiety. On top of that, I see sound. And this dude is right here yelling in my face that I need to smile.
On topic. Calm down.
I will cut you.
Oh, that was the next one.
There are knives.
That was the next one.
Oh Lord, those are. I mean, if you ever want to fully irritate a woman, just go down this list, say them all. You're on. You got it. There you go.
Escalation.
That's just an escalation of stupid, right there. Is what that is.
I can't stop. I'm sorry. Simply because I don't mean any of what I'm saying right now.
I know you're going down the list.
Okay, you ready?
You're going down the list. Okay.
Sweetheart, dear. And then, I'm sorry, I said that with way too much of a gay flair. I need to reel in that side of me for a second. You got it, sweetheart. All right. How you doing, sweet thing? Repulsive.
That term, I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Sweet thing or sweetheart? Which one?
Just all of it.
Dear.
That is so. Well, I mean, here it depends. If it's an elderly woman talking to me,
It's
I mean,
all about tone.
it's all about tone,
Uncle.
context, who is saying it, etc. If a man ever says that to me, I think that I should have the right to verbally eviscerate him.
I call everybody. If somebody's thanking me for doing something, they get a, you got a bed? You got a bed?
Yeah, but still,
That's
that's
different from, how you doing, sweetheart? That's
and
completely different.
there's a level of condescension a lot of the time that comes along with that when it comes from a man. And that's really irritating on a level that I can barely explain.
I'm sorry if I trigger anyone by these.
And it actually makes me, I can be a good friend who's saying that to me, and I'm just like, shut the F up. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
We have another 20 for you, potentially.
At work.
Still say at work.
Working mothers. Because fathers don't work?
Because mothers are expected to take their children to work.
I know, but what I'm saying is that fathers have, men have children as well. Why don't they say working fathers?
I don't know.
Like, that's sexist in so many different ways. Hey, Leanne, how you doing?
Hey-o.
What's up? We're
going over sexist bullshit at the moment.
And we're going to dive into the deeper end of the pool at some point. But what? And he's reading these lines to me, and I'm kind of, what?
Trying not to be triggered.
Yeah.
Neighbor,
And
be
here
quiet,
comes Dawn
please.
with the loud voice. We live in New Orleans, and people can be loud here.
And we have thin walls anyway.
Very thin walls.
Here's this one again. You should smile more.
I want to choke a bitch.
Oh, God. When do you take time to start a family? If you're working so much, when will you have the time to start a family?
I'm so glad that in all the places I work, except for one, the sheriff's department, I could say whatever I wanted. And then my guys and the security company knew better.
I think this is more of like a high-end business scenario. For example, the next one is, for a woman, you're a great negotiator. Oh, she's already lashed out at me like twice because I read something in sequence
Not at
of a
you.
trigger.
Not at you.
A
At
little
the list. I wasn't doing that at you. You know how I feel about abuse, though. I'm not going to be abusing you. That's not going to happen, especially when little girl can hear us.
I know.
Oh my God, men. Okay, go. Proceed.
Mm-hmm. She's the office mom. And she takes care of everybody. Here's calm down again. It's time to man up.
Just men out there. Just FYI, For your information, when men tell women to calm down, we in our minds we are choking you. Because if a woman is angry, we have a reason to be angry typically. If a man's angry, are you going to say that to a man that way? The way that it's said to a woman?
No. You're going to get, if you're a man, you're not going to tell another man to calm down. You're going to try and be combative a little bit. Verbally. See who can instigate first, because men are great instigators.
Or de-escalate in a way that,
Most men instigate.
But
tying the men up again. You already visited that one.
I have a vagina. And trans women, all of us, we don't have to man up. We are fine. We're fine just the way we are. We're fine.
Oh, the great, the epic, the wonderful weight comment. Have you been working out more?
That is so ableist. Not even taking into account that a person could have a health issue or...
Oh, God, speak of this. Oh, shit. Isn't the Super Bowl tonight?
I don't know.
It's tonight,
I'm not into football. I have never been into football. I know nothing. So I've had people try to explain it to me, and it goes, whoosh, and then I try to explain to them how to speak ancient Egyptian.
Okay, so they run the ball to the
I don't
field
give
goal.
a
They
shit.
score 6 points.
I
kick
don't
the field goal.
care.
They get another point to make it 7.
Lord, we need a curse jar on the desk.
Boys will be boys. And this is why we went to the topic of Super Bowl, because it isn't during the last Super Bowl they had that boys will be boys. No, fuck that bullshit commercial.
FUBAR, that we're trying not to cuss, and it's not working.
Sorry.
Baby. Missouri's playing in it. Okay. Well, I mean, there's a plague. There's a plague going on. Should there really be a football thing going on right now? I don't know. Mass confusion. It's just mass confusion. Boys will be boys. Girls will be girls. My girl will learn how to hopefully be the strongest young woman in known history when she's older, I hope. Wow, there are 5 people here. Right on. All right.
All right, here for the next one.
I don't know. Yes.
Did we react to the boys will be boys?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of ish.
She's the lady boss, or we have a female CEO.
How about you just have a CEO? How about you just have a boss?
Yeah.
I don't understand what I don't understand.
You can call me a boss, bitch, but I'm the boss, bitch.
I wouldn't mind being called the boss bitch. I'd be fine with that. Yes.
Oh, God.
Sometimes.
I'm angry at this one. Are you sure you can handle this?
What? Most women work the equivalent of 10 jobs. They'll work one job, but everything else they're doing is the equivalent of 10 jobs at the same time. Are you sure you can handle this? Pretty sure most women can handle a shit ton. We need to...
Spare tire?
Yes.
I don't have a spare tire. I'll go buy one at some point. You look great today.
As opposed to dead? What? Really?
Oh, God. And the opposite. Can you tidy up a bit?
I mean, maybe after a vacation for 2 weeks. Tidy up a bit?
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Male coworker to male coworker. She's too distracting.
Chemical castration. What in the hell? She's too distracting.
I can see her shoulders. I'm distracted.
Oh my-
I'm in school because I'm a high schooler.
Oh my God, she's wearing a skirt. You can see her ankles. Oh my God. I don't know how common these are. I've never experienced anything like this. in the workplace, except for there was one coworker who was bad, but he didn't say stuff like this. So, so a new one that I came across is this graveyard love thing, which is instead of saying domestic violence, he said, graveyard love is not a thing. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to repeat this repeatedly. It's going to happen a lot. I'm going to say that graveyard love is not a thing. It's domestic violence. Oh, man. The stupidity. It just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I see more of it every day. And that's what I do. Oh, boy.
What did I miss?
Oh, I was just talking about graveyard love again because I'm so irritated about it. Okay.
Who are that chestnut? She talked to mushroom. I know. Let me help you with that.
Oh, boy. What? That's really irritating when women do that. Oh, wait. What is graveyard love TV? Okay, you weren't here for that. On the, oh boy.
Orleans Coroner's website.
On the Orleans Parish Coroner's Office website, they have a page that talks about where they're talking about like different things, and you can click on individual pages or whatever. The one said domestic violence, so I clicked on it, and the title of it was Graveyard Love. Staying in a domestic violence situation can be deadly. And they repeated that term. It made my head hurt. I felt like my brain was going to explode inside my cranium and ooze out of my ears. Mm-hmm. I was like, what level of dumbassery is this? Because that is not... At first, I'm thinking, what are they talking about? Romeo and Juliet? For some reason, what is happening?
My first thought, because it was from the coroner's office, was necrophilia. I'm weird.
Right, but the thing said domestic violence.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went to that, and then I'm like, what is happening here? Domestic violence is not a frivolous thing. I think that it's a thing that should be taken seriously. So I don't know what this graveyard love BS is, but I think.
Hi, Nicole.
Hello, Nicole. Oh, okay. Your picture popped up. We're doing good. How are you doing? He's reading
triggering lines,
like sexist lines, like phrases that should be done away with. That just.
Can I have the ashtray?
No. You have to dump it out, though.
I know. I was about to.
It's your turn.
Yeah. Oh, I've been gone all day. Of course, it's my turn. Don't be so bossy.
I can't say everything I'm thinking.
If I say something randomly and it just happens to fall into the lines of context and anger any of you or her, I'm reading it from this list right now. I do not say this stuff.
No, he's not.
I like it when she's bossy. I enjoy it.
It's kind of the premise of our relationship in a way. I'm like, that's by nature, okay? I make sure things get done. What?
Should we tell the tale of the night that we met?
No, we can save that for later. Just focus on topic.
Okay. Scrolling down.
Oh boy. The topic is phrases that should go the way of the dinosaur.
Okay, guys, let's get started. Specifically, guys.
Well, I mean, where I grew up, everyone would call everyone guy or dude, and then my parents were hippies. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, really, I don't think that's appropriate, especially in the workplace.
Man the table, man the booth, man the event. Not really tracking on that one.
I mean, most of the places I've worked in didn't say things that way. Hold down the fort was the thing I
Yeah,
did the most.
That's the one I'm used to.
Because I mostly work with ex-military people.
Or
so.
can you take over? Or I got this.
Or
something that's just not offensive at all.
Post up. There's a lot of, so, we're dealing more with military terms, really. So.
Okay.
My
mom.
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
My mom is a hippie. I call her a flower child. Yeah, my mom was like a poster child for flower children when she was young. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You're a real Debbie Downer. You're a real Debbie Downer, a serious negative Nancy.
They just have no idea. No idea. Oh, man. Really? In the workplace?
Apparently.
That's not professional at all. I've spent much of my life managing, and I owned my own business at one point. So if I had someone talk to me like that and they were an employee or someone else, I would be like, that's your first warning. That's not appropriate.
It was a joke. Don't take it so seriously.
Well, that's downplaying someone's feelings and whatnot. There's probably a lot that preceded that. How is that even professional?
I have no idea.
How about look up phrases, victim blaming phrases. We're doing like a Google search and looking for phrases because there are so many.
Apparently, I can't spell victim blaming or phrases. Oh, that was just for that. Apparently, I did spell it right. Never mind. 8 common comments that are examples of victim blaming. Actual victim blaming.
Just so you know, you are playing your role so well. I forgot you're reading these.
I will have you know, I was once a thespian.
When? What?
I was a thespian.
Okay.
Not professionally, but I was a thespian. I was in Oliver Twist, Grease, and West Side Story.
Hold on, let me move this over so you can see.
I can see it on my phone.
Ooh, there's not a lot of space here, though, for anything to go down.
No.
I mean...
So you'd have to,
turn the camera
the chair
that way.
And turn and try not to hit her head. And I'm just
I might get hurt in the process. I might hurt myself in the process.
I will buy it.
This is true. And loud.
I'm sorry.
The chair is loud. Because wood floor.
Right. Oh, God. I'm about to say this. I'm seriously, but are you looking at the screen?
No, I'm not.
Okay. This is good.
I'm scared.
I don't want to say this. We're now getting into the phrases of victim blaming, and I don't want to say this. Did you do anything that could have been misinterpreted?
Oh boy.
I almost feel like following up with, what were you wearing? But that's probably further down on the list.
Sirens outside. Oh, I hope you're all right, Leanne.
Well, thank you. I'm glad nobody wants either of us hurt.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, God.
Do I want to know?
Was alcohol involved?
Oh, man. That is just, you know what? A grown, sentient, grown-ass human has the right to drink alcohol if they wish.
Mm-hmm.
And that does not mean that they should be victimized in any way. See, all of these BS assumptions and judgments and that would be coming probably from law enforcement everywhere, all over the world, needs to up its game and treat victims better. Yeah, I'm basically just waiting for Leanne to come back and let us know she's okay.
Yeah. And my
Yeah.
chat isn't updating as fast as that one is for some reason. Because I can see that comment over here. Did you say anything back?
Well, see, now I'm wondering what that is in relation to.
It's my neighbor
okay.
across the street. I think they're okay. Good.
Okay, good. Okay, so did you say anything back? Well, me, I am renowned for inventively telling people off. So I'm very good at that. I get that from my mom.
I just do it in different languages.
Well, there is that too. But, if I really want to jab someone, it's in English.
True.
Okay. Proceed. You look worried.
This one hurts to say. You're making my life harder.
There's a door. Get your shit, get the fuck out. There's a door. But then you gotta wonder what the context of that is. I mean, maybe the person is making their life harder, right?
Context.
Context.
Not
contacts. Context.
Oh, here we go. Why'd you stay with them?
See, that's one that needs to go the way of the dinosaur. You don't even need context for that.
No.
You know exactly what that's in relation to.
Why did they do what they were doing?
Why didn't he just stop? Why didn't he or she just stop? Right? Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Exactly. I think a lot of it in cry because I get so mad. Yeah, that's part of the reason I'm doing this, so that we can all talk about it and like kind of get it out there, out of us and our irritation, and like,
Mm-hmm. If you didn't want an STD, you shouldn't have had unsafe sex. Burn it with fire.
Burn it all down. Burn it down. What if the person was stealthed and they didn't know? What if they were in a committed, supposedly monogamous relationship and they associated?
Many different
I know many
scenarios.
Many people that's happened to.
Mm-hmm.
That's just stupid. Stupid thing to say.
You need to be more assertive.
I don't think anyone's ever going to say that to me.
No, you are plenty assertive.
Man, I was cheated on and got something. It was curable. But I mean, thankfully. But still, shouldn't even have happened. Mm-hmm. That's just, wow. So irresponsible of anyone to do that to anyone.
Okay, so we're at the last one on the list. I'm surprised it's this one and not something else where that the other thing didn't hit the list. She cares too much about her looks.
What
the fuck does that have to do with anything?
That has nothing to do with nothing. That is just...
Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that. Crap.
What?
Hold on.
Wow, people can be just
idiots.
So irritating. She cares too much about her looks. And yet if you're a guy and you're all like...
Macho.
Like... I just...
Look at my bod.
Then you're a manly man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
Oh, so I should have done that.
I'm glad it was curable too. That's actually one of my worst fears, because when I was young, that's when the AIDS HIV pandemic was going on in full swing, and I'm kind of almost borderline germaphobe at this point.
What the fuck?
What?
Why is this all masculine?
I was nice enough to let him know, and he tried to reflect it on me that I was faithful and he wasn't. He even told people I gave it to him, but everybody knew better. Wow. That is
What
a loser
the
right
fuck
there.
is this shit?
What?
I'm just going to replace all of these with she.
Okay.
Okay? Because these aren't normally phrased towards men, but this article is making it seem like it is.
Okay, hold on. People are. If a guy sleeps around, they aren't a H or a W word, but women are. Exactly.
I'm reminded of some bullshit fucking Zen quote of if a key unlocks any door, it's a master key, but if a lock opens for any key, then it's a broken lock. Like, what the fuck is that kind of bullshit?
It's just bullshit. Okay.
Okay. So, for clarity, all of these lines I'm about to give in this article are, instead of she, phrased as he. But from my experience, most of these phrases are directed toward females.
Women
Women.
and girls.
Sorry, military training has me conditioned to say females instead of girls and women because it's non-ageist. I don't know.
Even the mom of his children believed her because it happened to her also. Wow. Wow. So he had a pattern, which can be a criminal charge if you knowingly transmit an STD without letting your partners know, and you know you have one and you don't do anything about it, especially if that's AIDS, HIV. Ooh. What is this in context to, like, bullying or something? I haven't looked at the article. I'm trying not to look, so I don't know.
The article is from Very Well Family. Parenting, apparently. 6 examples of victim blaming.
Okay.
To read the beginning of this article, to apparently set the context for the article. When bullying occurs, people often place the blame on the shoulders of the victim. Most of the time, they falsely believe that the victim of bullying is somehow different, then bullying wouldn't happen. They might even ask the victim, "What did you do to cause it?"
No, it's okay. You don't have to worry about going off topic. This is a safe place to talk about stuff. I'm not going to yell at you. It's not going to happen.
If you want, just let us be background chatter. While it is true that there are some things that can help deter bullying, like developing social skills and building self-esteem.
Okay, so I see there's context to it.
There's context. But it's all masculine and it's so annoying. She deserves it. She and or he deserves it.
Nope.
He should change.
Nope.
He caused it or brought it on him herself.
Nope.
He should have known better.
Suck a bag of dicks.
He didn't fight back. That makes me want to punch someone.
Yeah. Hard. In the throat.
And if it's a guy, just...
in the nads.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Wow.
He is too sensitive.
There's no such thing. Really. I mean, if it's something that hurts a person, then it's something that hurts a person and it needs to stop. That's not...
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. R-splaining. Take 10 examples of victim blaming.
Trigger warning. I think we are agreed. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know.
Yeah. The victim was asking for it. Number 1. Number 2. Men get these biological urges to R. They just can't help themselves.
I have biological urges, and I help myself from every time a man yells at me to smile, or demands my phone number, or follows me around a grocery store, or is otherwise disrespectful, my urge, my instinct, my biological instinct to ram his nads up into his throat, I resist that. So if I can do that with the rage, the ball of rage that I become,
Men can contain themselves with the ball of horniness that they become.
they have a hand, they can go in a bathroom,
Or just go buy a flashlight.
or regain the conscious awareness that they're supposedly sentient human beings and should be capable of logical thought instead of just being animals running around.
Mm-hmm. Ready for number 3?
Sure.
Number 3. The victim might have made it up.
Why do people like this exist? Why?
Mm-hmm. Ready for number 4?
Hmm.
Number 4. The victim is ruining the life of the artist. The artist has so many prospects.
Brock Turner.
This is exactly what came to my mind.
Brock Turner
Fuck that
decided
little shit.
He chose to do what he did. So therefore, hey Jake's baby cakes, how you doing?
Jakes.
Therefore, because he made that decision, he should suffer the consequences, and his daddy might need to suffer those consequences with him.
Mm-hmm. Because apparently money can buy you freedom. All right.
I can't buy the respect of anyone ever again.
Mm-hmm. The victim should not have been in that situation, or not bad. Should not have been in that situation, or known that person, or lived in that neighborhood, or walked down that street, or gone to that bar, or. I'm a walrus.
So I guess that women just shouldn't exist.
Apparently.
Because I've been on calls where a woman was in her house and her house was broken into. So I guess we shouldn't even be here at all.
Mm-hmm.
I will be watching this replay in the AM, hanging in there, recovery from surgery, and still tired. Right on.
Wish you a fast and quick recovery.
I was glad to see you here. I'm hoping you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just got out of surgery and all that. Hugs to you.
Ooh. Abuela was in hospice. Was in hospital for a few days.
Oh, right.
She's out of the hospital with one of my Uncle Chuck is there. She is stage 3 terminal, and her body's giving out.
Okay, let's talk about this later.
Okay. I will forget, so I had to bring that down. But this one makes me pissed.
Hold on. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, baby cakes. I'm going to try to live stream once a day. I have like a list of topics. So, but yeah. Goes out to that family. Which family? Which one?
Yeah, what?
Okay, what's the next one?
Yeah. The next one is number 6. Pete, and this one, just looking at it pisses me off.
The hospice person? That's his abuela.
Yeah, it's my grandmother. Number 6, and this one.
Oh, and thank you, baby cakes.
Thank you. Pisses me off because it's implied racism and sexism. No, it's implied racism is what it is. Not so much sexism, but racism. People of certain races, ages, classes, backgrounds are just more prone to violent behavior. That's just straight racist.
I mean, that's wrong in so many different ways. What the? That's an all-around jackass right there is what that is. That's...
Take the next one.
Mm-hmm.
The victim didn't say no.
Fight, flight, panic, or freeze.
Or if they're unconscious or inebriated and physically are unable to say no, I mean...
Mm-hmm. I mean, just because a person doesn't say no...
doesn't mean yes.
That's ignorant.
Arrogance.
It's ignorant and arrogant, but it's also deeply, mind-numbingly ignorant. God.
What?
What?
Oh, okay.
What?
Sorry. Context. In the cases of underage perpetrators, the artist is only a child, him herself. Both persons being underage. By the time their bits function and they're able to take that kind of action, they should definitely know better.
My brain refused.
Doesn't want to. We should have had to talk about the birds and the bees at least. And then, I don't know. I don't think consent is discussed regularly at that young of an age, and it needs to be.
It should be. It will be with baby girl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. What the fuck is this shit? The victim should have known she was getting herself into. Should have known what she was getting
So they should be psychic. Is that what that
should be able
implies?
to tell the future.
So that means that, and I actually heard an officer say that one time about someone who was walking home from work late at night, which is not unusual in New Orleans.
Happens a lot.
And the victim, it was an armed robbery. And this officer said, well, they should have known. To which it blurted out before I even thought. I was like, do you think they're fucking psychic? They walk home from work every night. But this one night, they're supposed to know. Really? Dumbass. Like,
the victim's parents should have taught her warning signs. The perpetrator's parents should have fucking taught him better.
maybe if we taught, just had a general class in school, not, every once in a while. I mean, like, I don't know, an etiquette class or something, right? What consent is, why it's important, just all of that. That whole keep your hands to yourself, don't hit anyone else. I don't know, I'm just saying. I should be able to walk out of my house anywhere, but naked if I want and not expect to be assaulted. Yes.
Especially if you're on their own property. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yep. Oh my God. Just.
I'm pulling up another one. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to need some aspirin after this.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, this much stupid, and I have to have something for this headache that is forming.
Okay, this article is from Blavity News.
That's a word?
Mm-hmm. Blavity.
It's probably a made-up word.
All right. Probably in context to something. Here are all the trigger phrases. So trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. This is again about R. What were they wearing?
Whatever they wanted to.
Why were they alone with him?
Jesus. So, note to y'all, you can't be alone with men because they're savage beasts who cannot control themselves. Wow. That is just, it's disrespectful to the victim. It's also disrespectful to men. Jeez. Yeah, I'm blown away too. I haven't got a chance to watch your Manson video yet, but I wish Evans had someone talk to her about what to look for. Well, that's why I'm doing these videos, really. Knowing the warning signs is a step in the right direction to understand what the red flags are and hopefully maybe avoid toxic people. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. Okay.
Make them extinct. How come they are just now coming forward after all these years?
Victims can wait 30, 40 years before they come forward. That is typical. It is not unusual. A lot of victims will wait from a year to longer. Not all, but many, because you're processing their trauma. Some victims will have situations where they can't even say what happened to them right away because psychological trauma. Idiots should be trained to understand that and better educated. I haven't got a clue. I just read that. Jesus. All right.
They just want an instant fame. Opportunist.
Who wants to be famous from that? Nobody. Nobody.
I don't want to be. I don't think any woman wants to be like, I want to be famous because I want to be known as the woman who got hard by so and so.
No, that's not a thing.
Walking down the street, hey, you're the girl that got hard by so and so.
That's
no, don't remind me of the trauma.
Not a thing.
They are looking for a payday.
It's funny. That's what people were saying after Cosby and R. Kelly and Michael Jackson and, so on and so forth. You know what? If they did get money out of this situation, good, because if they're victims who are or survivors who are heavily traumatized, they might need therapy. They might need to pay for therapy bills.
Why did they accept a drink from him?
In South Florida, when I lived in the Miami, area,
I know this one.
I lost track of. I was like on call for any of my girlfriends, and I had a bunch of girlfriends. If they went out to a club and they had their drink spiked, a lot, like some of the time, it was the bartenders doing it. It was the male bartenders doing it.
I know about that one female bartender.
Yeah. I had my drink spiked 2 or 3 times, and I was really careful. And I don't drink alcohol. Everyone knew that I don't. I was like straight edge kind of at the time. No alcohol, no drugs, no, none of that. Mm-hmm. And, it was nothing like, and my boss knew. I was like, look, if somebody calls and said their drink was spiked, I'm leaving and I'm going to go get them. And if needs to be, take them to the hospital or whatever, take care of them. We had to look out for each other because it was so prevalent down there at the time. Mm-hmm. Just the stupidity, man. And a lot of the time, if a woman if she does take a drink from a man, then she probably trusts him on some level, because we all know what can happen, right? Mm-hmm. That blame belongs on the person who does the abuse, not the victim. Yeah, it's a shame.
Never accept a drink from a stranger.
Yeah, it's a shame that we even have to worry about that. Yeah, and now they have nail polish that changes color.
If you dip your finger in the alcohol to see if it's got whatever goofy in it.
And I think there was a straw or something too. I don't remember. If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Why are they trying to bring down a good person? Because they're not a good person.
Is he a good person? Is he a good person? If he has, okay. So the doctor up north, what was his name? He had the gymnast doctor.
I think I know what you're talking about. Don't remember the name.
I can't remember his name. I can see his face, but I cannot remember his name. He had hundreds of victims, But he was a good guy, and he was a doctor, and he was, did so much good for the community. Was he really a good guy if he had hundreds of victims?
Hundreds of victims.
He was not a good guy. Bill Cosby was like America's dad, except he wasn't. Like, I mean, and I can go on. There are so many who have like a ridiculous amount of victims, but they're a good guy. But no, actually, they're not.
Yes, Leanne. I believe that the inventors were college students at some expensive university, and they literally created a formula for nail polish that if dipped into a drink and there was roofie or any other kind of incapacitating drug inside of it, it would change the color of the nail polish.
Which, if the nail polish changes, you're not going to drink it anyway. So
right.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
right.
There was a thing on, like, an article going around on Facebook about it
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They don't have any proof.
And somebody can be carjacked and you don't have proof.
It is?
I think it is. I'll see if I can find the article and post it on Twitter. Trying to remember. I don't remember the name of it.
I don't remember either. I'll find the article after reading this list. They are lying.
Prove it. What? Ours is the one crime where people will actually say that. One of the few.
They were ready and willing.
According to who?
The artist?
Which makes it moot. It's not even
right.
That means nothing.
Right.
If the accuser is saying that, in their mind, maybe they think they were.
Give me just a few minutes and I will find that article for you. I will type in the comments the link if it would allow me. I've already visited this one, but I'll say it again. They knew what they were getting themselves into.
Did they really? Did they really? Yet again, is everyone supposed to be psychic and have antennae up on their heads?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Did they really think that they could take down such a powerful person?
Yes.
Because they are powerful, they should be taken down if they are doing this.
Harvey Weinstein was taken down. Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was way more powerful than people realize.
T.I. and somebody else who are now irrelevant and have been for years have been taken down.
Oh, the T.I. stuff. Oh my God. I started researching that and it just... Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Man,
after Jeffrey Epstein, like, people we're starting to get him out of the woodworks now.
I mean, they've always been there, but...
Yeah. They were just groupies.
And groupies, believe it or not, can say no too.
They're human beings.
That term groupie is so just disgusting anyway.
Mm-hmm.
How would they know that? It's common knowledge that you should expect to be right. Expect to be exactly. Like people were saying that about Manson. Well, they should have known based on how he looked. Well, he was part of the goth industrial scene. The way he dressed and did his makeup and all that was not unusual to those of us in that scene. It was just unusual to mainstream. So a lot of his fans who were in that scene wouldn't have thought anything of that, of, how he appeared.
Right.
Like, it's just, no.
Right. They should have known meeting in a hotel room would lead to sex.
I mean, That is probably talking about Harvey Weinstein, and he was known for having his meetings with everyone in his hotel suite, which is not like a regular, they were not like regular hotel suites where there's just a bedroom. They'd have like a living space, a kitchenette.
It was penthouse bullshit.
Yeah. So it's not unusual to have meetings there. I've had business meetings in hotel rooms that were like that, where there's like the living area space. So,
This is the last one before I go find that article, and this is directed at the victim. They should be ashamed of themselves. No, the perpetrator should be ashamed of themselves.
The person saying that should be ashamed of themselves, and also the offender should be ashamed. Anyone who thinks that way should be ashamed. That is just, God, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Where's the compassion is my question, And Jake's Baby Cakes is yelling no. And in my head, I'm screaming no. And it's just, no.
If I can find the website, I'm going to give you all the website.
Yeah, it's all excuses. Yeah, it's excuses, it's justifications, it's that old boy, BS. Man, yeah, that's not it.
That's not the nail polish.
It's it's a mode of thinking that really needs to go the way of the dinosaur. And now we have more and more women coming up into positions of power, and we have a woman of color who is a VP. So yeah, it makes me pretty angry and disgusted too. But the more we talk about it and shame the people who think that way and say these things, hopefully, the more we can get people to change the way they're thinking. And part of the reason I was inspired to do this is because there's a YouTube content creator named Pierre XO, who made a video about the Manson allegations. And at the beginning of the video, he seems to get it. But by the end of the video, he's basically making excuses for Manson. And the art is so important and all this and that. And I'm like, no, just no. So I've stopped watching that content creator now. But these are all the ways society keeps people silent. Yeah, well, the less silent we are, the more we speak out and speak up and keep the Me Too movement going and keep everything in the spotlight, the more things will change.
All right, read that.
What?
What I highlighted in blue.
Then there is also the issue that such products suggest that it is a potential victim's responsibility to detect the presence of a drug.
If you have, I'm looking for a resource. If you have this resource, why not use it? But it's not trying.
I mean, it would be nice if we lived in a society where we didn't need stuff like that.
Unfortunately, we do.
But
Is it?
He's actually friends with the self-help guy. I was telling you, mind screws people. Wow. Well, I was, actually. Who is it? Of Herbs and Altars did a video about Manson that was actually pretty good, but she's in London. So I don't know if she knows that in South Florida, I was down there hanging out at goth clubs and stuff around the time that Manson was like I was at his first. I attended his first 3 real performances with a band. And it, I don't know how many people warned me to stay away from him. Be careful with that guy. He's not a nice guy to women. It was known. And then working in the security industry, security people talk. My then boss refused to work for him and work security at his gigs because I was working there and he was concerned. Like, this isn't a new thing. There have been allegations about him for a while. This is not new. But because of the Me Too movement now, offenders are getting their comeuppance in one way or another. So that's good. Altars?
Oh, God, Washington Post, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Herbs and Altars. I love her makeup. Oh my God, so pretty. Alternative. I haven't watched any videos by Alternative. Like, while I'm sitting here researching, I'll listen to, different content creators. Altars?
Altars? What?
I think maybe. I don't know.
Herbs and Altars.
Oh, okay. I have like 5 different discussions going on in my head right now. I don't watch either because they both mind screw people. Yeah, it was like that Pierre guy was trying to convince people that Manson isn't that bad. No, he's that bad. Like, if my boss would turn down a contract to work a security gig because he was concerned and he wasn't even going to risk it, that was a lot of money. Okay? Like, that's not a small thing. And, so I'm just saying. And my phone messed up again. Undercover nail polish.
Is that one's full bottle size. Hold on.
What the fuck? I think this is regular nail polish, maybe. I don't know, but that's a weird description. I don't even understand.
I don't understand either. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see if we can find the nail polish we were talking about.
So the original article was from 2014. A couple of students and...
Right. I don't know if they actually made it like a product you can buy or...
I'm not sure. The closest I can find is undercovercolors.com. Is apparently little handheld test with a 99.3% accuracy to test for Rufalin. What was the other one? Starts with the B, GHB as well. Rufalin. Hold on.
It's pretty bad that women need tools like this, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it tells you a lot about a society. If we need to have a little test kit to make sure that a drink isn't spiked.
Mm-hmm. Called a sip chip.
She just said, I can look it up, guys. I'm sure I should be able to find it. Well, I mean, I'd want to share it on Twitter and Facebook anyway, though, so...
Apparently, it was on Today's Show, Refinery 29, Vogue, Business Insider, Money-ish.
All over the place.
Yeah, Mary Claire, Health, CNBC.
All right. So yeah. Go back to the thing that I had.
Hmm? This?
No. What?
Oh, the Word document.
Yes.
This one. No. This
That one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so crime of passion. Crime of passion implies that a person can't control their temper. And I've heard of many cases where an SO uses that as an excuse. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To get away with murder, really. I mean, that's, So that's when it needs to yeet it into the sun and then spontaneous red mist, or just red mist, seeing red. I'm glad I was able to chat, even if for a short time. It's getting late here, 10:30 for me. Send out love and positive thoughts. Your
Same
phone.
to you. Get better soon.
All right, rest up. I hope you feel better soon. I'm glad to see that your surgery and all that went okay, and the staples and all that.
Ooh, fun times.
Thank you for stopping by. Feel better soon. All the good things. What was that? Oh, we covered the why didn't she just leave?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Why didn't you just go to the police? All that good stuff.
What a just dumb. It's just a long string of
It's
stupid.
The victim assault. No, it isn't. You nitwit. Grow an extra brain cell and try rubbing those together. See what you come up with.
Thank you for being here, Jake's Baby Cakes.
Much love.
Lord, just all of that. I think all like law enforcement, prosecutors, coroners' offices, etc. They all need to be retrained in proper etiquette when or interviewing skills and whatnot when speaking with a victim, like a victim of violent crime of any kind, really.
FSA or R or DB, DA,
Yep, it's irritating.
All the acronyms.
Gets on my nerves. I don't like it.
No me gusta.
They need to rub those brain cells together. They may start a fire.
I had a thought and it hurt.
I think that's one of the reasons. I don't know. One of the reasons I was put into mag court. Because we'd have victims come in who were like terrified to go into the courtroom and be in the same room as their assailant, or parents who didn't know where their child was. And the one time the woman's child was epileptic and she was arrested and she'd forgotten her meds. She was arrested for drunk and disorderly. She wasn't drunk. Man, that woman was losing her mind. But I mean, I get it. And I see law enforcement officers who would just be dismissive. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, that's not your damn job. Your job is to help people, serve and protect. Your job is to de-escalate emotional situations. De-escalation. That was...
Not point and click the shooty boom boom.
Well, we didn't have those in courts.
I'm talking about outside the court.
Yeah. But I mean, there are some law enforcement officers back in the day who are lucky I was not rank, because I would have jumped their asses, okay? And I don't mean like physically, I mean verbally. I would have just lit into them. And then one time an officer, I'm not going to say what, department or whatever, says something to a victim. And one of my FTOs just happened to be standing here. And man, he went up one side that officer and down the other. Like just, I mean, to filth. And I was like, I am living for all of this. I'm so happy. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. And I was like, can I buy you lunch? Do you need coffee?
Kalima with words.
Yes, to the FTO, I was like, what do you need?
I got you. I got you. What you need?
You just made me so happy. I can't even tell you. Man, just saying. Just a little bit of compassion. It doesn't cost anyone anything to just have some compassion. So, wow. I think we had 7 people on here at one point.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Yeah.
When officers make their reports on SA and DV, how are they supposed to? Okay, well that can depend on the department they're in and the jurisdiction and how they have their policies and procedures. But so the officer writes up the report of, and okay, I'll speak for my department that I worked in because I didn't actually write up reports, but I've kind of helped other officers do that as, pertaining to what happened. So let's say it's an SA. So they'll fill out, all the pertinent information for the victim. And then like a brief synopsis called a gist of what happened. And it depends. If the report is taken at the hospital, then they may have information from like nurses and whatnot. Or like if the victim is at their house, like it depends. There's a lot of context and nuance that goes into it. Also, if there were witnesses, they'll probably take down witness information, all of that. And then a victim, depending on what it is, may go to the hospital or may go to headquarters to create an actual statement, a victim statement. I was wondering because I wonder how much of that transfers to their reports. It depends on the officer. I have seen reports that were so bad, like you couldn't read the penmanship kind of thing. Like I saw a judge get up and yell so loud that people down the hallway by the doors, like way down, could hear him yelling because the report the officer had written up was just
Gibberish.
And that particular judge, when he got angry, he would look at us deputies as if we did it. And he was terrifying. I'm tiny. He was a large man. Okay. And he looked at me like, and I was like, don't kill me.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I wasn't there that day.
I'm leaving. And he showed me the report and he said, can you make heads or tails of this? You read all the time. Can you read this? I'm like, great. Being a bookworm is dangerous now. So I looked at it and I was like, I'm not sure, but this could be cuneiform. And I think that saved me. Like, it was bad. So then there was just there was the police chief called. There was a lot that happened from that. And this was a violent crime. This wasn't somebody who was found with a piece of a joint or some frivolous thing like that. This was a violent crime. So it was very serious. So, I mean, it depends on the officer and their penmanship. It depends on,
I was going to say probably on their nerves, too. Because I know sometimes whenever I'm kind of shaken by an incident, my penmanship goes to shit.
That is true. So there was one police report that was really insanely difficult to read. That was another one that I saw. And the officer asked to speak with me outside in the hallway, which was weird. That's not standard procedure in a courtroom, right? And the judge was like, "What?" And I was like, So I went and spoke with him in the hallway, and it turns out what he saw was so brutal that when he was writing the report, he was traumatized, is what happened. So they had him sit down and rewrite the report because he could make out what he had written. So I don't know. That's just, it depends. As Emily D. Baker would say, it depends, and it does. There's a lot of, I've always wondered what transpires
Before and after.
The report. If the report isn't done to reflect the event, it gets confusing and easy to understand how. Yeah. Well, see, that's part of the reason a victim's statement is important, because that'll give you a lot more information. So on the report, it's just supposed to be a brief synopsis, a gist of what happened. So it really doesn't have to be all that much information. This crime was committed to this person by this person or unknown person, etc. These injuries. Here's the, huh?
Or sustained, but sorry.
But the victim's statement is where more information should come in. So if you are the victim of a violent crime and the police are called, one thing you should do for yourself, and any officer who is offended by this, they can go ahead and be offended, but you ask for, and just put it to them like this, just for my own records, and so just to keep myself calm, I'm going to ask you some questions and information. Most officers will be cool with it. Ask them for their badge number and their name. Hell, tell them you want to compliment their police department on their behavior. They'll be happy to hear that, right? So
it's good when promotions come up.
Is the camera still on?
Yeah, camera's still on.
I don't see the red light anymore.
I do. It's there. If the camera were off, we wouldn't see us here.
Oh, okay. So ask for their name and their badge number. Then you want to ask for, chances are you're not going to get a copy of the police report. You can ask for one, though. But you can also ask for an item number. And that's like a receipt that you made a report, right? And then ask them when you can make your victim's statement. Or you can write it up yourself, too. You can, as soon as something happens, sit down and write out what happened. Try to be concise, and you don't want it to be like 50 pages long. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah.
Whenever I worked on Bourbon Street, anytime we had an incident, altercation with customers, anybody who was involved, or any of the employees that were involved, were called into the office, and we all were required to sit down and, to the best of our recollection, write down what transpired before, leading up to, during, and directly after.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think I ever wrote a report when I was in the sheriff's department.
Non-sheriff's officer has written more reports.
I wrote way more reports when I just worked security. Oh
that's not
God.
Surprising. Yeah.
On the one security gig I had, the one manager he couldn't write to save his soul. All right. Like he was no good at writing reports. So he would have me write them for him. I don't know how many reports I wrote.
Awesome.
I was basically doing his job for him at one point.
Jason.
Who?
Are you talking about
No, this guy was just a manager. He was low level manager,
Okay, so we're not talking about
first tier.
We're not talking about the big security firm.
What, Brian? No,
Yeah.
hell no.
Why did I think
No.
Brian's name was Jason?
I don't know.
Weird associations.
No idea. But yeah, no. Like,
Smooth.
on occasion, we had to write reports at the security firm, but typically we didn't deal with any of that mess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think this is a pretty good stream.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Pretty good views. Great feedback from everybody watching.
Good interaction. When I took my niece to PD to make her complaint, they had an officer take a report, but it's a detective.
What's his earpiece? Is that normal?
What do you mean earpiece? Was on
the
it?
detective was listening in or telling him what to ask?
I've never seen that happen before. If that detective was already talking with a victim.
Yes.
Or yes, what? Wait, what? Who?
She commented yes.
Okay. I've never seen that happen before. Normally, if a detective is going to be involved, then the detective would be the one asking the questions and whatnot. But I mean, was this recent? Because back when I was in law enforcement, you didn't have earbuds. Did not exist.
I'm not sure if it was an earpiece. It was more.
You can ask as many questions as you want. That's why I'm here. I am not KJ. I am the opposite. Thank the goddess.
We will never lie to you. We will never manipulate you.
Oh, Lord. We will never go off on people for. There's so much I will just never do. There's so much.
It's so much. So much.
It would just never happen.
Tiny one.
Uh-oh.
Hey, baby.
Hello.
Want a hug?
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby.
Oh.
Let me say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Wave to the camera.
Hi.
You okay?
Yes.
Can you go hang out in your bed with your Kinder for a little bit longer? You like Mommy's earrings?
Thanks. Mommy.
Be gentle. Let's touch to Mommy's ear.
Leanne says, hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mommy.
I don't want to get lipstick on you.
Oh, okay.
You
After
got
this, we met with the detective on a different day. He took me out of the room. We met and asked me to get more information from my niece. Is that normal? He asked you to get more information from your niece? Or did he ask to ask you? Did he ask for himself to ask your niece for more information?
Can you give her a cookie?
Yes.
Maybe. After this, we met with the detective on a different day. I mean, I can see how.
Lay down in your bed. Thank you.
To me, that sounds like a. Ooh, did she just fall? We had a fall. Okay. To me, that sounds like a detective that understands that. Yeah, she's okay. She's just one thing. She's tired. She's had a long day. And she doesn't normally fall down like that. So that sounds like a detective that understands that your niece might have felt more comfortable and open talking to you, which actually kind of sounds like that detective might be coming from a place of compassion, which is probably a good thing. And I have heard of detectives giving like a mother or other family member a list of questions to ask the victim, because it's going to be typically a much calmer situation for the victim to speak on it if it's coming from a loved one that they trust. So,
for the record, she's okay. She tripped, kind of hurt her foot, but after a couple of kisses, she's all better.
right. You got to kiss it and make it better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised she's not asleep right now.
Yeah, she's been up. She took an hour nap, apparently.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I'm hoping that there's more of a tendency to move more toward being compassionate with how victims of violent crime are interviewed, even armed robbery and stuff like that. Like I've known a couple of people who were mugged or whatever, and the cops were just completely unprofessional with how they spoke to them. Normal, yeah. Well, see, I don't know what different jurisdictions can have different policies and procedures for how certain things are done or handled. So, I don't know. I can see how that might make sense, though. But then, too, they could have had a victim's advocate come and speak with your niece. Also, if you are a victim of violent crime, if it's like SA or something like that, you can straight off the bat ask for a victim's advocate, to be there with you and help you with it. He wanted to know more about drug usage and possibly biker stuff.
Her drug usage, the assaulter's drug usage.
Well,
their association.
That's kind of. He might have wanted to make it less intimidating.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then,
especially when drugs are involved or
biker stuff.
Essentially biker gangs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but you can, with anything that involves SA or the R word, any of that, you can ask for a victim's advocate. If it's an underage person, you might also be able to ask for a victim's advocate and, have one come be there for that person.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to ask for any information.
Huh?
I'm not going to ask for any more information than that.
We've already talked about that, I do believe. Yeah. I didn't live there, so I didn't know details except what the kids told me. Wow. Yeah.
Mm.
And they probably will hopefully had stuff hidden from them, I would hope.
From the kids, yeah. Although if the kids are telling her stuff, then there's probably more. They probably know more than they should at their age. The world is so cruel.
I don't know.
Honestly? Yeah.
I'm still looking into maybe becoming a foster parent, so that would be interesting. Oh, it's not a problem. That's not a problem. We're trying to build a community of kindness here, not the usual standard YouTube BS. None of that. I'm just kind of I'm kind of putting off doing the the second Onision video and the second Davi Vanity video, and then these people are such scumbags that we're up to 77 subscribers.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty good. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So more than likely tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about stalker stuff. I've had some questions about different aspects of stalking. One of them is actually a victim of stalking. So if you're here watching and you may not want to say anything because I get it, I understand, you're okay. So tomorrow we'll be addressing those questions because that is really important. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on that people want to know more about or hear more about, but if somebody advises me that they're dealing with a stalker situation, that's going to kind of supersede other things for me. So,
depending on when we stream, I may or may not be here because I work 11 to 11 tomorrow.
are we going on at certain times? I mean, we live on baby standard time.
The DST.
So it can be hard sometimes for this. I have trauma-based OCD, so I like to have set times for things, but I have a 3-year-old. She's an agent of chaos right now.
She is my spawn.
So it can be hard for me to have set times, but I'm going to try to have a schedule because I like it. And it helps me to, I don't know, how do I even put that? It just helps ground me in my day better. And then I am actually also struggling with depression. That's a thing that I have to deal with. So then I have to force myself off the couch and come over here, and I can't just sit there doing research. But yeah, I don't know what time would be good for everybody though. I'm thinking it kind of seems like around 8.
Yeah, seems like a good time. Yeah,
that might be when I start doing. I know a creator who could really benefit from watching you. I'll recommend. I know a creator who. Okay.
Another content creator on YouTube's on something else.
Wait, what?
Another content creator on YouTube to something else.
Oh, right on. Right on. Yeah. With the allergies to the eyeballs and the eyelids, I got kind of way off my schedule that I was supposed to have.
Nicole, I think you're a bit behind, or that comment just came in super late.
It's all good. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to do answering questions on stalking. I might just schedule it tonight for 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
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 It's going to be weird doing a live stream without you, though.
You've done a few without me.
Yeah.
Yesterday you did too.
I know, it's weird. Doing 2 in one day, I was like, what the hell?
Sorry, strange accent.
Yeah. We have to get baby girl some coloring books that don't tear if they exist.
It's impossible.
That would be cool because then she can sit there and color. Impossible. What?
Coloring books that don't tear.
I mean,
they'd have to be made of steel.
She is pretty strong. I don't know.
So my old toy box at Mom's house, which has been apparently appropriated for Boo, his toys. That my nephew. She stuffed all the toys on one side, and they're squishy plush toys for the most part, and then she just went
and broke the bottom.
Did
she break the bottom?
Nope, she just smushed them all down.
Wow.
One-handed and closed it completely.
She's strong.
Yeah.
I mean, for a 3-year-old, it's impressive. It is impressive.
The name was appropriate. She's a tiny war goddess.
She's also really good at headbutting.
And body slamming.
Yes. I find this out the hard way.
Hip checking.
Lord. Oh my God.
Yes, she is. Yes, you have no idea.
She gets it from me.
Yes.
Trying to teach her not to headbutts and all of that to nice people, hide the thumbs. Oh God.
They know you so well.
I don't. That might end up being a T-shirt, by the way. Hide the thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother did that to me when I was younger.
Yeah. My oldest lined up her head right here, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And
Very
then,
spot.
bam! Almost
right
broke.
on the nose.
Almost broke my nose. That was awesome.
She was trained well. She was trained very well.
Just saying. You gotta teach them young. Teach them young. Don't take any ish. Don't just headbutt. Oh my Lord.
I can feel my sciatica acting up again, even though I had that injection.
All right, so I think we're winding down.
Oh,
I think everybody here is tired.
I need to stretch.
It's like almost 10 o'clock.
Oh, everything's
What?
everything's cracking. And it feels good.
Oh, we have like 3 or 4 videos that need to be edited and scheduled.
Yes, I'll be doing that after the stream ends. And then I will be doing my own stream on something on my Twitch channel.
That's like including psychic too?
Context, please.
Oh, good night, Nicole. Thank you for stopping by. It's almost 11, so like, yeah, so 7, 8
Yeah.
might be like a good time.
Yeah, they're an hour ahead. Man, clarification on the psychic bit. I think we got that out of context at some point.
I mean, there are
Context.
people out there who think that I'm psychic, and I know things I should not know.
Only half of my face is visible currently. It is how I planned it.
Like playing pool, knowing where to hit the ball. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, lining up everything. No, she trained her how to do that.
Do what?
Line up for the headbutt.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Just in case anyone ever tried to grab her or anything. Yep. And then I paid the price.
Heavy tool.
Oh, Lord.
Tool training is complete.
All right, y'all. We're going to get going.
Mm-hmm.
Wind down for the night. Get ready for tomorrow.
Standard outro.
Remember, you have the right to say no. Your no should be respected. If it is not respected, cut that person out of your life.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay.
It gets you every time. I love it.
Have a good night, y'all.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully. Yes. Okay. Bye.
Oh, sorry. I went through.